Hi, I'm Sally.
And I'm Ellen.
And we're Sal and Al.
The Wool Slayers.
And this is Bella.
This is little Bella.
She's a neighbor dog that Alan is babysitting,
Yes.
and she's so sweet.
She's so cute. And she's tiny compared to Daisy.
And compared to my dog, too.
Right.
Oh, my goodness.
Right.
And she out.
Yep, she's done.
All right, it's episode 25, peeps. We're a quarter of whatever.
century.
Yeah, we're a quarter of a century old. Feels like it today. Oh my gosh. There's some bloopers because I was like, what? I can't handle it.
Like we've never done it before.
My brain is not working.
No.
Hi, Bella. So anyway, welcome. If you're new, thanks for checking us out.
Yeah.
And if you're existing, thanks for coming back. We love you.
We do.
So what are we going to talk about today?
Camp Wool Slayers!
Just a little thing called our first retreat that we're hosting.
Yeah, we're pretty
super excited. Yeah. So we've actually been talking for the last hour because we were doing like retreat prep.
Yeah.
And
Just
now,
little details, final details to work out. And
yep. And so you're actually going to see this after it's already happened.
Yeah.
So if you were there, it was awesome, right? And if you weren't there, sorry.
We had so much
Maybe
fun.
next year. We are planning to do it again.
Yes, we are already planning to do it again. We don't have dates set up.
Nope.
We're thinking May again. But yeah, we'll keep y'all posted. Oh, the dog.
Why is the dog?
The dog.
We have one yipping and one snoring.
I know, right? And she doesn't need to go out. She was just out.
Yeah.
I know.
And all you did was stare at the bushes.
Yeah.
So
her house is right there, and
Stop
so
it.
she goes out and stares at her house. It's funny. But this is Wednesday before Camp Wool Slayers,
which starts on Friday.
And I know, right?
Harmony.
And I can't sing.
Me either, girl. Me either. That doesn't stop me,
Right.
but I can't.
So we will record some at Camp Wool Slayers, and we'll
Yes.
have that in here.
It'll be
and
probably at the end.
Probably. Yeah. I know. She's not.
Come here. You want to
Come
sit
here,
with me?
Belle. Am I gonna go let her out?
I don't know, but if she's going to be around, she needs to know.
I know. She
You
needs to
you
learn
sleep.
the rules.
You sleep during the podcast.
Right. Oh, there she goes. Maybe she's gonna go
So
sleep.
she's going to go tick off Daisy and wake her up.
Right.
Anyway.
Sorry. So, shall we do our usual format?
Let's do our huge.
Our
And then
huge.
there's going to be fun at the end. Well, more fun, because the huge is fun.
Yeah.
I'm
So,
Sally.
I'm Ellen.
You can find me as Sally Wren on Ravelry
And Instagram.
and Instagram, but we have,
Oh, that's right. Sorry.
fine, just out me, it's fine. No, I let anyone can follow me on Instagram.
I am Alan Loves Yarn on Ravelry, and our Instagram for the podcast is Wool Slayers Podcast.
Yeah. We have a Facebook page too that is less active, but it's there. Sal and Al, the Wool Slayers on Facebook.
We do make announcements, and I post WIPidy freebies
Yes.
that are short timing, like go get it now.
Yeah, so it is definitely worth the follow. Like we're not, we definitely don't overpost, but what
No.
we do post is, you gotta get it. You gotta get on it.
Right. So, any fails?
Does my frog pond count?
Yeah.
I brought my frog pond.
If
Do
it's
you
in
have
the
any
frog
fails?
pond. I do not.
Okay, well, we'll just do my frog pond then.
Okay. And if you're not familiar with frog ponds, which I wasn't, and she said that, and I'm like, what's a frog pond? But duh, it's your items that you're going to frog. And
Finished item. Well, I guess technically a UFO, an unfinished object, could be in the frog pond.
That's what I was thinking it was.
But mine are all finished.
No.
Mhm.
Are they sweaters? No.
It's
But
okay.
yay! Okay.
Okay,
go.
so my first pair of socks ever.
Ah.
They're huge.
They are huge.
These might not get frogged. I might just find someone that,
It hardly even looks like there's a heel. Like they,
because they're, well, yeah, I don't know. They're massive.
but they're cute yarn.
So they're so baggy, like they're not even comfortable. Like I don't mind a little bit. My socks are always a little bit baggy.
No.
But the yarn is awesome. I can't quite remember, but I know it's in
It's sparkly.
Ravelry, that thing. Y'all, my brain doesn't work. And it's really fun. And these were my first pair, and so I'm kind of like, oh, I should just keep them. But literally,
I
I'm
think
never gonna wear them.
But, well, it's your first pair of socks. It's not your first knitted item.
No.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, you can get
First
rid
pair
of
of socks.
it. Yeah.
But it's really cute, sparkly neon yarn.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go through these quick because there's so many of them.
Oh.
This was a really cute Christmas yarn that I bought.
It is really
It's
cute.
a DK. I love the way it pools. I don't mind that at all. I think it's really cute, and I meant to make like a Christmas cowl. The problem is if I wear it, it doesn't stay cute. It turns into
Oh, it's
this.
the wrong side.
Not even the wrong side. It turns into like just a necklace. Like it rolls up. It literally rolls up into like a tube around my neck, and it's not a good look.
Yeah.
So I think this would actually make a really cute pair of, it's DK weight, and so I think it would make a super cute pair of like thick Christmas slipper socks.
Yep. And
Bye.
that has sparkle in it too.
Yes. I guess sparkle yarn and me just don't. Bye. This one makes me really sad because
It's huge.
well, it's supposed to be slouchy.
Oh, okay.
But I just look like an idiot in this type of hat. Like I made it. It's fine. It's the size it's supposed to be, but I look like a moron.
No, you don't.
Or like a baker.
It does look like
I don't like it.
like a toque.
Like I had a friend try it on and she looked cute and I was like, see, I'm never gonna. But she like tucked all her hair up in it. I think it was Caitlin. She tucked all her hair up in it and I was like, yeah, but I can't do that because I look like a man.
You don't.
When I don't have my hair, I'm a boy.
I don't know what she's talking about. I've seen you in
So
baseball hats. And you look very
this
cute.
is Mad Tosh. I know what this yarn is. This is Madeline Tosh worsted weight, and it's in the Outlander color, and I love it.
Yeah.
Love. But it's just this style of hat. I've literally never worn it because it looks so stupid on me.
And that, I will say, that is a good thing to know. Like,
Yeah,
so that
and
you
so
don't
now
make more in the
because I'm
future.
super tempted by these hats, and now I'm like, no, you look like a Smurf. Stop it. So I'm gonna frog it and make a different hat because the yarn is just too pretty. And this was my, okay, first of all, I did this whole hat in continental, like I'm the thrower.
And
so,
you did it picking?
And I did it all picking. So that part I was really proud of, and I learned that I'm actually way faster throwing. So don't even, and you can see some of the inconsistencies in my tension, but who cares? That part doesn't even bother me. But but also this is yarn that I bought, and literally within 24 hours it was a finished hat.
Wow.
Like I bought it, and before 24 hours was passed, I had knit it into a hat.
Wow.
Because I just love it that much, but I don't love this hat, so it's gonna be a different hat.
Good.
That one probably makes me the least sad because it's the least amount of time put into something. Okay. Now, these last two, there's two more. And they represent hours and hours and hours of work. This is my vitamin D. I
don't think I've ever even seen it.
I wore it a couple of times, maybe, and that was it. Like
I've never seen it.
I don't like, it's not drapey like everyone else's is. Vitamin D is like an open front, cardi. And it's supposed to be, flowy and everything.
Yeah,
and mine's not
swing in the front.
And mine's not very flowy. Like I don't like my fabric.
But you want to eat it.
I don't want to inhale it. And it just never. I don't know. I don't think I picked the right yarn. It's very pilly.
What yarn is that?
It's like Rowan. And it never was super soft, which I know, not all yarn has to be soft, but it just doesn't flow right. I've made this pretty early on in my knitting life, and I mean,
Did you swatch?
Yeah, I would have swatched. I love the pattern. Don't love mine.
I think it's great to reclaim yarn like that.
And then this one makes me the most sad because I had this sweater on my dream list forever, like 2 years, which when you've only been knitting like 4 or 3, like that's a long time. I had the yarn picked out forever, and I finally knit it in the fall, so like not this past fall, but the fall before. And then I promptly lost weight, and it looks like crap on me now.
The colors are so beautiful.
And well, to be fair, I knew the minute I finished it that I had chosen the wrong yarn for the lace. This is the Old Romance by Hoagie Locatelli. And I told her at Hill Country, I was like, I have to frog my old romance. And I do. I love it. That's the sleeve. Oh, it's so pretty. But look how I really.
These dogs.
So I used a single ply yarn for all of it. Don't do it for the lace, y'all. It's so fuzzy and it loses all definition and it's just not a good idea. I don't mind it in the body, but for the lace, I really wish I would have used a yarn with a twist. And so, but it's too big. It's gross big. Like mainly the sleeves are just, it's just not a good look because it's kind of like based off of it slopes off your shoulder. And so if you've lost
shoulder,
it just, and the sleeves are so long and baggy, it's just not good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm covered in fuzz.
So are you going to frog this and knit it again with
I'm
this
going
same
to
green?
frog it, and I'm undecided. I'm definitely not going to use, which is really unfortunate because I could reuse the lace panels if I liked them.
Right.
But
Libby came to the rescue.
Libby did give me, so our friend Libby had knit the lace panels and like started the sweater and then she ended up frogging it and I said, if you don't want those lace panels, give them to me. I will use them on my old romance, which it would look great with this green color. They're like a silvery gray, but she used a single ply too.
Oh.
So I don't know if I'm going to use hers.
Okay.
But I am in possession of 2 more because you can frog this sweater without frogging the lace panel. So I am in possession of 2 lace panels, but I just don't know. I don't want to knit this whole sweater again and then they're fuzzy too.
Right.
But yeah, it's really pretty, but I just can't. And it's too much
friction.
Good yarn. It's too much good yarn to just give it away. Yeah. Like it's my favorite color. Mm-hmm. It can be a shawl or something, or like several, like, yeah, whatever. Like I love it too much to just donate it or whatever.
Right.
So anyway, that's the frog pond. No, I know.
But I think you're smart to do it instead of just letting it sit. And
now that I've said it, maybe because they've been kind of just sitting off collecting dust. It's like maybe now that I've come out of the closet with my frog pond, literally they were in the closet. Right. Maybe I'll actually do it because I haven't actually. Right. I mean, I've frogged stuff before, but I haven't. These have been meaning to be frogged for like a long time.
And I have found with my mother and me that it's much, I won't say fun, but it's less depressing to frog when you have somebody helping you.
Oh, okay.
So bring Anti-Camp Wool Slayers.
Okay.
And I will help you with frogging. Because there's something about doing it by yourself.
It's just like
sitting alone. Like,
I'm the worst. So why do I have to suck so much? Yeah.
And then like it's just harder too, like physically harder to do it.
And the sweater, and
it's physically harder.
Yeah,
because the pills.
And like these sweaters, that one old romance, like it's several yarn breaks. Because it's so yeah, it's gonna be interesting.
Yeah,
because it's like whoa, all of a sudden. And the vitamin D is basically pure short rows. Oh, so you're like,
right.
So it'll be okay. So that's my frog pond / fails.
Okay. I don't have any
slays.
I do.
Well, that's good because I don't.
I have 1 sleigh.
I think this is the first time ever I don't have a sleigh. Oh my goodness. I knew you'd get that done, man. Because I
finished it.
That's crazy.
I was close.
Yeah.
And it is blocked. And
it looks great.
Being garter, I swear, I think it doubles.
Oh, it's huge.
In length.
But that's good. When you wrap them twice, you want it to be.
So, this is Fine Tune by Joji Locatelli. And there's all my colors. 4 colors.
Cute.
And I haven't even tried it on yet.
Oh, you haven't?
No.
It's going to look great.
So this is...
That's huge. I love garter,
I don't know that I would do it twice. I mean, this is twice.
Yeah.
I think I would do it again.
No, I like that. I mean, maybe. But
no, like, yeah, this is twice.
Mm-hmm. And I think that's great. That's how I would want to wear it. One more and you're going to be like...
Well, that's the thing. I could do it one more if I needed to be warmer.
The warmth, yeah. But I think like for fashion scarf type, which is what we wear, let's be real.
Yeah, because see, up there, I could also do that.
Yeah. Totally. And it looks adorable. It feels great. But I think you'll get a lot of use out of it doubled. Yeah. Oh, it's so cute. And the color's so great.
The colors
love ballet
did work out.
pink.
I know.
That's the wrong side. Do you care?
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
There.
I got you, girl.
I'm
I'm here for you.
Woven.
Oh yeah, that's the only
So
thing.
bad.
Yeah. But it's worth it.
Yes, and it I did make one modification. So it's short rows, and your first Bella, we're not playing this game. She does this on the bed too. Like comes over, barks to get on the bed, and then scurries away when you go to pick her up.
Come
and
on,
it's like,
don't
no.
be finicky. Come on. Come on.
Okay, so the modification I made was this. So you start essentially here, and you grow this, and then you have this as your first contrast. And it was only an issue on the first contrast. The instructions say to go over 3 stitches from this side and start doing your short rows. But when you do that, it pulls up the 3 stitches.
Right.
So only after this first contrast color, I added just 2 rows of the pink, so that when I got to, doing the short rows, so there's a little bit more space between. Actually, it looks exactly the same now. I don't know. Anyway.
But good tip.
Yeah. So I definitely know a lot about short rows now. I understand them. Like, I'm glad this kind of project where it's literally all short
What kind
rows.
was it? Wrap and turn?
Yeah, wrap and turn, but it's garter, so I didn't have to pick them up.
That's good. Because picking it up is where it gets.
Yeah, so I'm not a master
do it exactly
at the
right.
Right.
It looks like crap.
So
what are we gonna do about this dog?
That dog is. She's cute.
So you're cute.
Come here, Belle.
But you're gonna be like that.
Right. Come here, you. Oh, okay.
Well, it looks gorgeous.
Thank you. And that means that
that is on my list. I want to make that.
Yeah, it's good. I got to where it was like not dark because I still had to
super
see
TV,
where to stop. But yeah, total TV.
Awesome.
Watch.
Yeah, that one, I love that one.
So it was good.
And so that was your April?
Yes, because I don't have any. Yes.
That was your April?
It was my April because I started it on our trip.
Because your hat was March. Yeah.
Color spell was February. Still don't remember what I did for January.
Oh, I remembered, and then it was monochrome.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I remembered after last time.
So long ago.
Or maybe I didn't remember. Maybe I looked.
Right.
Maybe when I was rewatching last episode to do the show notes,
you looked it up.
I looked it up, and I was
Okay.
like, okay, I'm gonna remember that, and then she's gonna think I'm so cool.
Yeah. So
that was your only sleigh?
That was my only sleigh.
Okay, well, I will show. This one's kind of more like a whip, but since it's the closest thing I have to a sleigh, we'll just go for it. I did bring my blanket this time because I have really been enjoying working on it. Oh, fun fact.
Oh,
this is the sock yarn of, I think. Yeah. This is the yarn of those first pair of socks that I'm gonna frog. It was my first blanket square too.
I love it.
I chose it. I was like, well, that's my first pair of socks, so that's gonna be my first blanket square.
Right. I love it.
And it's gonna survive, but not the socks. Okay, so it has grown a lot.
It looks great.
It has grown a ton, and I'm super happy with it. It feels so good.
Oh, it does
like it's just the perfect little amount of weight, and it feels good when you rub it on your lap, and I love it. So this edge is not done. This is like, it's growing this way. See the difference? See, this is like a finished edge, which I'll probably do a border, but I wouldn't have to. And see how this is not a finished edge?
Oh, yeah.
So this, I would still need to add like finishing edges on it, but I think
could you make it a finished edge if you slip? Like when you're knitting, another.
What you do is when you cast on, it's the way you cast on the square.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
See, these were cast on a certain way to make them edge stitches.
Oh,
like see how this
I
is
understand.
finished on both sides.
Right.
And these are, intended to have picks. Yeah. So all I would need to do, but I don't think I'm to the width I want yet. So I'm almost got it a perfect rectangle. I need 6 more squares, and then it'll be a perfect rectangle. And then I'm going to lay it out and decide how much further I want to go this way, and then I'll start going this way.
Ah, okay. Nice.
Yeah.
Love it.
So I am loving it. I just keep the basket next to me, and I've got look at my ends. I've got most of the ends woven in, but these last, this last section doesn't.
And I will say, like, on the fine tune, I normally do weave in ends as I go along, but I had every intention of blocking this first and then weaving it in. But I'm so conflicted about this because everybody says to block first and then weave in.
Do you want to know what you do?
I also hear, hold on. I also hear that when you block, it sets everything. So why wouldn't I weave in first and block and have it all set?
I'm going to tell you what. I'm going to tell you what you do.
What?
So what you do is you weave them in as you go so that you're not left with 10,000 at the end.
Right.
But you don't cut them all the way short.
I don't do that. Right.
You leave a tail.
Right.
And then you block it.
Right.
And then you trim it.
You go back. Okay. That's what I essentially
Problem
do.
solved.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because you get the joy of not having 10,000 at the end,
right.
But you also get it set in blocking and it's grown and then you trim it.
Right.
Problem solved.
Good. Done.
You're welcome. Thank you. Bing boom, bing boom. The more you know. This has been Tips with Sally.
Right.
Bing bong boom.
Right.
So that was all. It's not a sleigh, but it doesn't have needles attached to it.
That's true. It doesn't. As of 10 minutes
ago.
Of
like right before we started recording, I was like frantically finishing a square. So
what's next?
WIPidy Do.
Okay. So I don't
even know what that was.
That was cute though. WIPidy Do. WIPidy.
I don't know if we can name it that.
I know. Okay, so I put more work in on my Shisui shrug.
Oh yay!
I got to like 15 rows left before I got to separate for the sleeves, and I swear I was like, oh my god, I'm almost there. It felt like it was so close.
Yeah.
There's 450 stitches on the needle, so now I'm down to like 5 rows left. So
you had your parade rained on a little bit.
Yeah. So
and I saw
it still looks the same.
Y'all go back on our Instagram and look at the repair she had to make. Ew, you used our tips from Stephanie Pearl McPhee.
Yes. Oh my
gosh. And you
gosh.
did it. It worked.
It worked.
I've seen that before, and it's just it's magical.
Because I was so I had it at soccer.
It's wizarding.
And I got all excited, and the needle.
You know what? I am so prone to make a mistake when I'm nearing, a lot of times I'll say, okay, I'm just going to do this last row and then we'll go to bed. I will mess it up and have to tink, and I end up 30 minutes later still sitting on.
Right.
And it's like, why do I do that?
Right.
Why?
It was so close.
Yeah, you got so close, and that's when it happens. Yep. They say that most car wrecks happen like a mile from your house because you're just like, I'm almost home.
Yeah.
It's the same thing, basically.
You're right, it is. Yeah.
Knitting mistakes and car accidents are totally the same.
They feel almost as traumatic.
It's very traumatic.
Because I was not happy.
I
had to put it down.
But
I didn't have
you know
else.
what? You used your skills and you rocked it. Yeah.
And I tried to do it at the game, and I tried to do it in the car on the way home, and it just wasn't working. I'm like,
you needed it all pinned out.
I needed to pin it out.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't have known to pin it out if we hadn't taken that class. Yeah. Love her.
Classes are the bomb.
Yes. So I worked on that, but it looks the same. I also worked on, when I had that in timeout for almost a week, I also worked on my hitchhiker. Still looks the same. So we're not going to talk about that. But
I have 2 projects like that as well. So
I did cast on.
When did you cast on?
I cast on the Saturday before Mother's Day.
Because I have a Mother's Day cast on.
Because I couldn't wait. Just couldn't wait. Yeah. So I cast on, what's it called? Horizon, Above the Horizon hat by Vera Valimaki.
Oh, so this is your interpretations for May?
Yes,
cool.
This is my interpretations for May. It looks like a little baby hat.
It does. Is that fingering or lace?
It's fingering.
Oh, it looks.
I think it might be a light.
It looks dainty. Yeah.
It is the Frabjous Fibers Wonderland
that's pretty
yarn that I had left from my mitts, the gradient.
I loved that yarn when you showed those mitts. Uh-oh.
Pulled out.
Oh, now you're like me the other day. Remember a couple episodes ago with my sock? I was like, well, just kidding.
I know. Let me get this back on. And I'll tell you
can
what
just
I pulled
fast
out.
forward through this if you want.
I know, right?
Bloopers.
Oh, goodness gracious. And I just finished.
Do the needles even fit in that tube?
Not really.
That's
so little.
That's what happened, huh?
Yeah. Okay.
You might need little stoppers. Okay.
Okay. So I just finished this much. I'm at the point where I add the next color. So let me take it out of this because
Right.
They're so small that they don't really hold. So I just got to where I'm going to do the next color, and bam, that's the next color. And I am so excited.
That's your like never-ending raspberry that goes in
Yes.
like every project ever. Well, it looks good with every color though. Like it looks so good with gray.
And it won't be used up in this one either.
Nope.
Not even close.
Nope.
I have this much left of this gray. The rest of it is majority pink, but there are gray stripes.
Fun.
So
That'll
I think
look
I
awesome.
have enough, and if I don't, the grays are separated that like I have a close enough color.
Right. Or
that I
did
could
you have,
use.
wasn't this like a little set? Do you have any more of
It was
that?
a gradient set, and so if I go to the next color, it's too dark.
Oh, okay.
You know.
Gotcha.
But I have another one that is very close.
Yeah.
So it'll be fine.
We got plenty of gray.
But I just couldn't wait to cast them on because I have some new needles, and I can't wait to talk about them.
You want to do it now or in
Should I do it now?
trophies? Whatever.
Okay. So
Go ahead.
I'll do it now.
Just we're talking about it. Yeah.
Okay. So Chowgu, I was just so, I couldn't believe it. Chowgu reached out to us to see if we wanted to try out their new shorty set.
Oh my God, look how small.
I know, it's so tiny.
My hand
here's my
covered
hand.
the entire thing.
So tiny. So they sent us a set to try out, and I was like, oh, well, my next hat to cast on is you cast on with a 0, and then you go to a 2.5. And I was like, perfect.
And how long is that? That's
So
what?
this,
Like a, that's not a 16 inch.
it's not a 16. I think it's more like a 14.5.
Okay.
So it comes in the set, like, and you know, full disclosure, we got this for free, but because I love Chowgu, like, they knew,
Right.
you're gonna love this. So it is what
Let me
it
hold this part while you
is
open it.
it's 2-inch and 3-inch tips with very short cables. Very short cables. Like there's a 4-inch cable in there, I think. So look. So these are all the 2-inch tips, and these are all the 3-inch
They look
tips.
like sewing needles.
They do. They look like darning needles, and they go from 0.
That's what I meant, darning needles.
Right. They go from 0 to 3, so 2 millimeter to 3.25 millimeter in the 2 tip lengths, the 2-inch and the 3-inch. So I took the 3-inch and the longer cable that came in it and made a 14-inch needle. And it comes with little stitch markers. It comes
What is
with,
the red thing? Is that
those
your
are stoppers.
And that's what you need
Yes.
instead of that tube.
Yes. Well, but they don't slip on. You've got to screw them on.
Oh.
Yeah, it's
well,
like if you
because
take
they
the tips
know
off.
that like those things are so tiny.
Yeah. So,
Oh, stoppers, not
Yeah.
needle. Okay, never mind then.
Yeah.
They're not needle protectors.
No.
And they're gonna teeny stitch markers.
I know.
They're really so little.
And then a little key, you know, the
I
little
feel like a
key
giant.
to open. Oh my gosh, you're right. It's been giant day.
Yeah.
And this is great. I mean, who would have thought? So it's a little 3-inch ruler, which when you think about, usually
Yeah.
ribbing is less than 3 inches.
Yeah.
You don't, like on a sock.
And it fits in there perfect. It's exactly this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
I could fit this in my bra, you guys. Like this is tiny. I could fit an entire needle set right there.
have had it. I've kept it in my project bag.
And this is cool too. You could even clip it inside your project. You know.
Oh, now that's what I need to do because I've been very worried
That you're gonna lose it.
Yes, like it's all together in such a
Because a
little
lot of bags, I don't know
pouch.
if this one does, but a lot of bags come with like a D-ring inside. You could totally clip that in.
Yeah,
Or you could clip it on the outside and just tuck it in.
right.
But yeah, that's a good,
That
for
is
something this
smart.
small, that's
Yeah.
a good
Because I've
addition.
been very worried. Like, do not let this fall out of
I mean,
my
you
bag.
could
and I don't know
easily,
this.
and you wouldn't even hear it fall. It
No.
weighs nothing. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. So cute.
And it just all
Now, are
fits in
those,
together.
are the cables spin cables?
No.
Okay, they're,
They're their red lace,
okay.
the ones like for our other set.
Mhm. I would love to try some of the spin cable ones.
But I think those are only with the bamboo.
Oh, I don't like bamboo.
I don't either. Pretty sure those are only
Really?
with the bamboo. I don't think they have metal
Let us know,
spin.
Chowgu.
I think the twist.
Well, then I'm
Yes, the spins are bamboo.
Huh.
The twists are metal.
I guess I thought they were all interchangeable. Because, I only have ChowGoo fixed. I don't have ChowGoo interchangeable. So I'm still learning all that. But
let me tell you what I did with this.
yes.
So, love this set. So excited. So I cast on, and the reason I was so, I wanted to do it with this hat was because you cast on with a 0.
Right.
You do your ribbing in a 0, and then you go to a 2.5.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, that's perfect.
Right.
And I was going to do magic loop with my other ChowGoo interchangeables, but as much as
have
I
to.
like magic loop, if I don't have to, I
agree.
don't have to.
Yeah.
So I cast on with the 0s, and I did my twisted rib, and I love them. I mean, they're sharp.
Well, I prefer a sharp.
Yes, they really.
And you needed it for that yarn. Remember how splitty it was?
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. It is very splitty, and so I'm just gonna fix this a little bit.
I know. I was like, what's happening there?
I know. So what I did, I did the 0s, and then I don't want to drop more stitches.
I know, right?
I put the 2.5 on, and it was so big compared to the 0 that I could barely get my stitches on.
First row is hard, isn't it?
Right. So I went back and put the 0 back on the left hand.
Yep.
Which made that's one less that I have to do.
It helps you get in there.
Right. And then I just shoved these on to the 2.5. But I remember
that's a big jump from a 0 to a 2, and because I've done projects that you start with a smaller needle, and that first row is a booger. So what a great idea. Yeah.
So it still was hard but then once you
but
get
it does help
those small stitches onto the cable, then it is fine.
Yeah.
But I remembered, and I always forget to do this. I've known this for a while, but I always forget to do this. So my mom took one of the classes from Ann Budd, one of the little short ones, the 1 hour classes at Knitting in the Hills, and it was like tips and tricks and stuff. But she said that she always knits with a smaller needle on the left, not such a big jump.
Yeah.
Then usually like one size down, but with a smaller needle on the left and a bigger needle on the right.
The correct needle that you need for your gauge on the right.
Right, the sizing needle on the right. Because when you're knitting in the round, it makes it faster because it's easier to get the needle into that stitch on the left. And then when you're knitting flat, she still does it. Because a lot of people, when you purl, it's bigger anyway.
Yeah.
And so
it's called rowing out.
Oh, okay. I haven't heard of that.
Well, now you know.
Yeah. So
I'm just chock full of it today.
So so even if you have the smaller needle on the left hand as you're purling, or well, I guess it would be on your right as you purl back, knitting flat. It still helps your stitches stay the same size. So I'm going to try to remember to do that now that I have all these
known that tip too, and I've done it, but it makes me nervous. I'm always afraid I'm going to I don't know, put it on the wrong needle or something. I don't know. I just feel like, ooh.
Yeah. So I really like having the 2, and I like having it short. And the other thing I'm excited about is when I get to the crown decreases, I have an even shorter
so you can
cord, and I have even shorter tips.
Yeah, so you can get really far before having to magic loop or something to get your
or go to double point needles. So I mean, so I am so happy with these shorties. I think they have a definite
and I love that you had a project ready.
Yep. And I wonder, I know most socks aren't knit on 4s, but it would be really nice if they went up to a 4, because those socks I'm making for my dad are DK, but on a 4. And
that's DK?
No, it's
worsted.
Worsted.
I'm going.
Yeah, worsted. Worsted, but on a 4. And so it would be nice to do those without magic looping.
That would be nice.
So
that's a good idea.
But
they go up to a 3.
They go up to a 3.
Well,
whatever. Yeah.
Cool.
So that is my whip.
That is your whip and your ChowGoo.
Yes.
Okay, so I showed you my blanket. I am still knitting on my sweater, my tail feather. I didn't bring it because it looks exactly the same. I finished the sock tubes on the panda socks. I just need to duplicate stitch faces. We'll see if it ever gets done. But I did finish the tubes, did not bring them because they're white tubes with black toes. Y'all don't need to see that.
Again.
I've only showed it once because it's that boring.
Oh, yeah.
So my only 2 real, like, new cast-ons that are actually slightly interesting are, okay, so I just started and finished. So since we last recorded, I started and finished for this school year my new part-time job of substitute teaching. I don't think I had done it.
I don't think so either.
Before we were when we recorded. I think I was doing it like the next day or something. Mm-hmm. But I'm also already done for the school year. It was very short. But I'm totally going to do it next school year. I just wanted to get my feet wet. And I've actually been having a great time. And my first job was at the intermediate school in the ISS room, so the in-school suspension. And so the only rule in that room is they have to sit and quietly do their work. I can't help them. I can't talk to them. They aren't allowed to talk to, I mean, they can ask me questions, but like, for the most part, they're being punished, you know? And so they have to sit and quietly work on their work. And I only had 3 kids. So it was quiet, very quiet. It was a full day from, 7:30 to 3 or whatever. And I cast this on when I started that morning, and I knit a solid 4 inches on it. And that was with taking bathroom breaks because they're not allowed to go to the bathroom by themselves. I mean, obviously I don't go in, but if one person has to go to the bathroom, even if it's me, we all have to go.
Oh.
They are not allowed to be alone ever.
Wow.
So, like if I had to go to the bathroom, I had to take them with me down to the office, and they had to sit in the office while I went to the bathroom. And if that one had to go to the bathroom, we all had to go and wait in the hall while one.
Oh my God.
Yes. So, other than bathroom breaks, and like I did take a break to like read for a little bit, and I was, playing on my phone and stuff. Otherwise, but I knit a solid 4 inches of this sock in one work day.
And she got paid.
I got paid. Living the dream. And then I've worked on it. My other sub jobs have been like kindergarten. There was no knitting. Fourth grade, there was no knitting. Second grade, there was no knitting. And I knit a little bit this week when I did 5th grade like resource math, just because I did have like an hour where I didn't have any kids. So these are my sub socks. That's what I'm calling them.
Oh, so are you only going to knit on them when you're subbing?
So far, I only have knit on them while subbing.
Oh, I love it.
So isn't that hilarious? They're my sub socks.
Are they for you?
Probably.
It's such pretty colors.
It's pretty, right? And this is Cascade.
Oh.
It's just Cascade Heritage. I mean, it's not expensive, but it feels good. Feel them.
Oh, that does
Doesn't it feel
good.
like, it feels like sturdy, but also soft?
Uh-huh. It's not scratchy. It just feels
no,
sturdy.
No, it's not. I'm trying to look. Color 40. Doesn't have a name, but it was like $13.
That's a huge ball. Like, will it?
Yeah, it's 437 yards. So I think it looks bigger than it is because of the way it's very loosely, like it has a lot of air in it. Mm-hmm. But yeah, sub socks.
Love it.
I named them that in Ravelry. But we're coming up on summer, and I'm not gonna sit there and not work on them.
Right. They'll
just be my dark knitting.
And you can start new sub socks.
Yeah, I'll start new sub socks. It's fine.
Yeah.
But
I love it.
Yeah. And I love because this just fits in my purse, so I just keep it in there all the time for when I'm packing up to go sub.
Perfect.
I have one more.
I have nothing.
Okay.
Else. Yeah.
This was my Mother's Day cast on. So I put it in my favorite Suburban Stitcher bag.
I don't even know what this is.
I don't think I've talked about it. To be honest, I haven't worked on it since Mother's Day. All of this what's the word? All of this progress, y'all. It's been a struggle. I thought I was getting my brain back because like my brain broke when I was having that dizziness and stuff. Uh-huh. I thought I was getting it back. No. Definitely, words are hard.
Oh, yeah.
So I cast on my internet, which we'll put in a picture.
Yeah. By Prairie Girl Susie.
By Prairie Girl Susie, my new best friend.
And is this the exact color?
This
It's similar though.
It is. Hers was kind of like wild and pink and cute. But I bought this at Fiberfest. This is Suburban Stitcher. Mixtape Romance. Sorry, my spare needle just flew out, or cable. So pretty. And all of this progress is from Mother's Day, but it was a Pico cast on.
Oh.
So it took a while.
Right.
And it was like 115 or so Pico cast on, which means so you cast on
300
more than.
Right.
And you're binding off as you go. And but it was really fun. And that's why I chose it as my Mother's Day cast on, because I will usually avoid a Pico cast on. I'm not sure I'd ever even done one, because I'm like,
I haven't.
Nope. But it was really fun. And because it was Mother's Day, I was like, I deserve to sit and take as long as I want to cast this baby on. And I did. And then actually got like 2 inches of progress.
Right.
It's so pretty.
Oh, and isn't it fun working in DK?
It is. Oh my gosh. I was like, whoa, this is only like, I don't know, 10 rows or something. And it's so big. But I just love the picos with this color, and everything is
that color is great.
Yeah. I think this is going to be an awesome color for me. Not mustache. But like, yeah. I'm super excited. But I haven't worked on it because my brain is just fried after subbing all day. So I haven't worked on it since Sunday. I'm going to definitely bring that to camp.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. So that's my internet.
Yeah. And I feel like all the things, like you should bring the socks. Like,
what, the sub socks? Well,
no, the panda socks. Like, get all those things done, because you'll be in a place where like you're enjoying the people you're
but I don't
with,
know if I can talk. I'm really bad at duplicate stitch for some reason.
Want me to do them?
Yeah.
I will.
Yeah,
I do that kind of thing for my mom all the time. Like, she's like, I regret this part.
I regret ever starting those, because it's like I have to finish them now because I powered through these boring white tubes.
Right.
I'm not gonna not finish them, but I really don't like duplicate stitch.
I'll do it. I don't mind duplicate stitch.
Well, maybe
I think because I did cross stitch as a kid. Like,
I think so. I've never really done anything like that, so it's just like,
yeah.
And I get tripped up easily on duplicate stitch. Like it's never flowed in my brain, and so I'm like, I don't even remember what step I'm at, and I'm at this step or this. I get really frustrated with duplicate stitch.
Right.
So I am gonna bring those, but and I won't make you do all of them, but maybe if you just get me started.
Okay.
I feel like I need to do them so that duplicate stitch will flow.
Right.
Because that's how you learn stuff, is to do it over and over and over and over.
But I think it's kind of like Fair Isle. You know how it's easier to learn Fair Isle when it's a geometric repeating something around than
I'm trying to do a face.
Yes. So I think figuring out duplicate stitch when you're not doing soming repetitive is harder.
Okay. Well, and there's also like a little rar that's supposed to go on the heel. So maybe I'll do that part.
Okay.
Maybe I'll do that part with you, like giving me moral support, and then if I'm like, I can't do it, I'll let you.
Yeah.
I'll let you do the face.
One thing I forgot to talk about.
Maybe we do one face on one sock, and then we do rar on the other sock, and then we only have to do one panda face.
Oh. That
I can justify being
for me.
I can justify laziness, however it takes.
But I think one will not take that long, and then just
okay. All right, that's true. I think that's my cable. Don't let me forget that.
I forgot to mention with the fine tune. So because you do a provisional cast on, you then have to Kitchener together. Well, I had never Kitchener gartered. I've always done stockinette.
Gosh, I don't know if I have, now that you say that.
And it's different. So I looked up a bunch of YouTube videos, and I still didn't get it. But Craftsy Unlimited had their free video weekend over Mother's Day.
Last weekend, sorry you missed it. So I posted it on Wolfslayer's Instagram and Facebook, so that's why you gotta watch. You gotta follow.
Yep. So, and it's good you did, because I didn't know about it.
I'm not even sure how I know about it. But
I watched, what I did was I went through and because there's so many, that I went to the instructors I love in person. So I went to Clara Parks. And I watched the one about Know Your Wool. I already owned it.
Dork.
I know, right? Like, I should have been watching something I didn't own already and to watch anytime.
Whatever.
So then then I'm like, oh, I need to do that Kitchener. Let me see if they have Kitchener. So then, and it wasn't a great search function, but it came up with Ann Budd, and her knit better. And she's so great. So then I started watching Ambud stuff. But she did, in a small segment of her finishing, better finishing or something like that.
Okay.
She talked about Kitchener, and she explained it. I no longer ever need to, like, I could Kitchener anything together. I could Kitchener lace, I could Kitchener ribbing, I could Kitchener anything. Because the way she explained it, you don't need to know the, do this, do that, do this, do that over and over. You can read your knitting and do what your knitting says to do.
Okay.
Life changing.
All right, cool.
Total game changer.
Okay, cool.
And so I did.
Because I love Kitchenering stockinette.
Oh, yeah.
Now that you say that, I'm not sure I've ever done garter.
Yeah.
So now we know. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
We know where to find the resource.
And now I don't know if I could even tell you
where it is.
Where it is.
Well,
I know
that's the key of that's the sign of a good Kitchener.
Right. I know it's at a black.
That's awesome. I love that you can't find it.
One more to check. I can't find it.
Nice.
Oh my goodness.
That is the sign of a good Kitchener.
Oh my
good job. Okay, cool. I'm going to write that down.
That is awesome. So my mom is, okay, maybe I did find it. No, but I really can't. I mean, you can't tell. It's amazing. So my mom, when she's working on this also, and I'm like, don't even try to Kitchener it together.
Right.
Like, you have to be a wizard to know how to Kitchener this. So I'll either sit down with you.
I'm sorry, are you saying that Phyllis is not a wizard?
I realized I was actually saying I'm a wizard.
Yeah. Wow, rude.
I know, right? Ego much?
I think you're a wizard.
So I was like, I will sit down with you and I will show you how, and we can do it together, or I'll be happy to do it for you. But
rumor, yeah. Alan's super rude. No, that's great though. We love you, Phyllis. Yeah. We do. Okay. That is a very good tip. Okay, cool. And that was all of my whips. So do you want to talk about, do you have any trophies that are not related to camp? Because I don't.
I do. Yes.
Okay, do that first.
Okay, I have 2 trophies I forgot to show last time from Ecuador.
Okay.
So first, Sweet Cade.
Oh, it's so fluffy, I'm gonna die.
It's an alpaca made out of alpaca.
We have some of these, but they're not this big. But we have some from. Look at the We have some from a local alpaca farm. Yeah. But
they had them this big too.
But who can afford those, right?
Somebody did bring them back because they are not expensive in Ecuador.
Well, yeah, that's true. So. As evidenced by your hammocks and your sweaters. Oh, it's so fluffy.
It's so soft.
Yeah, my kids would have forced me to buy one of those too. Or several.
Yeah.
Super
Sweet
cute.
Cade.
Oh, and they feel so good.
I know. And he had just had a little upset, and he's like, that would make me feel better.
You're like, this would make anyone feel better.
No.
Like, this is all I need for like a support pet on the airplane. Like,
right.
I just want to bring my stuffed alpaca.
Right. Exactly.
It's very soft.
Exactly. Then the other thing is a bag.
Oh, how cute is that?
So it is crocheted
wow.
out of a fiber, like a straw-like fiber.
Bless whoever made that.
Seriously.
Bless her, because she has no skin on her hands.
Yes. No skin.
Or it's leather. She has leather on her hands.
Yeah. Because it is so tightly crocheted. Like.
Yes, that's.
And this is the only one.
It's so rough.
It's so rough. But it's the only one that had like pretty striping. There were lots in different geometric designs, but my mom and I both were like, this looks like mustache yarn to us.
It does. Totally.
The stripes and the color
that.
Yeah.
That's gorgeous. And look at these handles. Oh my gosh. Do you even know what you're doing with it, or?
No. I'll probably use it as a purse.
It's super cute.
Yeah. It's adorable. I might put like a closure on it to have it closed. But my mom and I both wanted it. And so I bought it, but then she took it home with her. Oh. And she used it, and
that's funny.
So now
you know what I would use it as is like a car trash can.
Oh yeah.
Just because it's cute, and we always have trash in the car, you know, and so this would make me feel better about it. Yeah. That was my first thought.
Yeah. So those were the 2 things I forgot to talk about last time.
What's this one's name? Does he have a name?
Yes, and I can't remember it now.
Sorry, I asked and brought it up.
I know.
It needs a little rhinestone collar.
It's for
Oh my
a
God,
boy.
it's so cute. Boys can like rhinestones.
That's true, they can.
Okay, so now everything else we're gonna show you guys. Oh,
I know.
you guys are so generous.
Yes.
We are going to show all of the prizes that we have been given for camp.
For our raffle table.
Whew. And so, like, your entry into Camp Wool Slayers gets you into the raffle. So everyone who's a guest is entered in this raffle, and everyone's going to get a prize. The surprise is, like, who gets to go first. We're going to pull, like, so if you get pulled first, you get the choice of all the prizes. So we have to showcase these generous donations.
For sure.
Okay, let's start. I'm going to start with the ones that were from our sweet friends.
Yes.
Okay, so we have a friend named Sissy, and she gave us this. Oh, I want it. Like, this is so. This was with the stitch markers. Okay. Oh my gosh, this is so me.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Look at this beautiful alpaca. Is it lace or fingering?
I
think it's sock yarn because it's 20% superfine alpaca. That alpaca is super fine. 65% superwash wool and 15% nylon. Would that not make amazing socks?
Oh.
Look at it with my nails. And she gave us, which who knows if these may or may not be together, but she also gave us these scissors that are unicorn scissors. And the horn is the scissors. I died. And then she also, so this will be with the scissors, wherever the scissors end up. There's a piece of paper on it. Super cute. Silicone unicorn keychain. Thank you so much, Sissy. That really was not necessary, but so sweet.
So sweet.
Thank you so much. And then I'll show the other one from our sweet friend Connie, who was gonna come. Mm-hmm. She was signed up and everything as a Camp Wool Slayer camper, and for whatever reason had to pull out. It's a hard time of year, I understand. Mm-hmm. She gave us a kit. Sorry for the crinkles. Okay, so she gave us this super cute. It includes the pattern. I can show this part. The pattern for this super cute Koigu feather and fan cowl. And I don't know if it's on Ravelry, so I'm going to show this just in case there's no picture for Ravelry. And you use these two different variegated yarns to make that. How stinking cool is that? And it's Koigu lace. What's it called? Merino lace, I think. Koigu lace merino. I was so close. 100% merino wool. And it's 2 50-gram skeins. Gorgeous. How nice is that?
Just gorgeous.
Oh my gosh. So you get the pattern and the yarn. What?
Love
Thank
it.
you so much, Connie. And we will miss you so much. We're so sad. We're so sad you can't come, but we understand. So, and someone took her spot at least, so we're not short a camper.
Right.
But yeah, so why don't you show.
So should we save that for last?
Let's do these since it's also from like a friend.
Okay. So there's this woman, Jill, who I think we've been stalking each other all year.
On accident, right? Okay, and on Instagram she's Texas Jill K.
And so the first time I met her was when my mom and I went to Hill Country Weavers back in December for the Carson Demers class. And she was in the class with us. So, and sat right next to us. And so we met her then for the first time. Then the second time was at Hill Country Weavers Retreat. She was in our Vera Valamanti
She sat right
class.
in front of us.
Right, right in front of us. And then ran into her at DFW Fiber Fest, like walking around.
She sat right next to me in Franklin's class. Like, seriously, who's stalking who here? I can't tell.
Right?
So crazy.
So she reached out and she makes, and this is what she was, stitch marker swap she was doing.
Oh, okay. See, I didn't do that, so I didn't know.
Yeah.
At the DFW, they have a stitch marker swap.
Yeah. And so she makes tatted stitch markers.
Oh my gosh, I cannot even It's so tiny.
Oh my
like,
gosh.
It's such tiny. It's
So-
thread, right?
Right. Yes, it's like sewing thread. So these are butterflies.
Why is it not focusing?
No. Let me see if I can get just one.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. These are all butterflies.
They're all butterflies.
Oh my goodness.
And then she sent flowers.
These are actually going to be in the goodie bag, I think. And then those will be on a prize.
There we go.
There we go.
So there's the flower.
How stinking cute is that?
I know, right?
In different colors. Oh my
And
gosh. It kind of makes me want to learn how to tap.
Right?
Even though I've said, like, no more crafts, I'm
I
kind
know.
of like, Jill, show me.
I
Show me how it
have
works.
tatted doilies from my great aunts and my grandmother, and it's incredible. And
It looks really fun.
she said that she can't knit in the car because she has to look at her knitting,
Oh.
but she doesn't have to look.
She doesn't have to look for that?
Right.
That's crazy.
I know.
Wow.
So she does this in the car,
That's nuts.
and
I cannot imagine doing something that tiny.
me either.
Wow.
Without looking.
Thank you, Jill.
Yes. So thank you, Jill. We're
It
excited.
means a lot.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay,
so
and then the other one from a friend is that.
Yes.
I'm sorry, did I scratch you?
No, I'm all good. Okay, so our friend Stella, who
We've talked about her before. She's a designer.
Mhm.
WIPidy Do.
like we knit together.
And she designed the Socks This Way socks.
Mhm.
I'm trying to think of another pattern we might have talked about, but that's who she is.
yeah.
We'll link her in the show notes.
So she donated this Erin Lane
Stinking cute
needlekeeper,
is that? I love that
know.
fabric.
and
Would that be? Is that an interchangeable or just a needle?
No, I
I
think
guess
it's interchangeable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
could go either way, but I think this would probably be intended for the
For the
cables.
right?
Mhm.
Or it could be crochet hooks, whatever.
Yeah, true.
you wanna
It's
put
super
down there.
awesome.
Yeah. So it's super
Thank
cute.
you so
and
much,
thank
Stella.
You, Stella. So that'll be on the raffle
Yes.
table.
Y'all go buy her patterns because she's. I love her patterns.
Yeah. They're very well written and
Yes.
tech
And
edited.
this is. Did we say this is Erin Lane?
No.
It's Erin Lane. It's a pretty good price.
Yeah. Then from the Modern Skein,
Brand new LYS.
in Montgomery, Texas. So if you're anywhere near like Conroe or the Woodlands or North
Navasota.
Houston, go check it out. They carry a lot of indie dyers, and it's so cute.
And it's
this
only
little
been
red
open
building.
like a month, maybe 2 at the most.
Yeah. So
Oh, I want that mug.
I know.
Why'd we have to show them? I could have just kept it.
That's true. So that's
There's a
the
lot
mug.
of these I want to keep, if I'm being
I
fair.
know.
So I can't start.
Right. And then there's Twisted Owl.
Oh my
She
gosh,
sent
which
us
we
in a Twisted Owl.
love. We do love us some Twisted Owl.
We do.
It's so funny that Modern Skein down in South Texas gave us Twisted Owl, who we know here in North Central Texas, who's from East Texas.
Right.
Like, she's just making the rounds. Go Abby.
Exactly. And this is their store exclusive colorway.
Oh, cute.
It's called Modern Skein No. 1. So you can
Aw.
only get this down there.
Wow, I didn't
And
realize
it's
that.
beautiful blue
Oh, it's
browns and greens.
Very pretty.
I feel like it's blowing out a little bit.
It
Like
is.
It's more
More saturated.
We got it.
We're so smart.
And then she also included a cute little stitch
Is
marker.
it like burnt wood?
Uh-huh.
Oh my gosh.
And it says the Modern
It's so
Skein.
cute.
Yep.
And look how cute her card is. Like,
Yep.
shut up. I
I know.
love everything about it. I cannot wait. I'm going to visit it
Yeah.
on Friday before I go to camp, and I'm so excited. Thank you.
So there we go. Okay. And then
Here, let me show one.
yeah.
Okay. I got someone contacted me on Instagram. Her name is Jen, and I'm sorry this is so crinkly, but I don't want to mess it up. So should I open it? Should I take it out?
Yeah.
Because it's so loud.
I can cut it out.
Let's cut out this part. Go fast.
I love this.
Okay. I do too. Okay. Her name is Jen, but her shop is Clark and L. And she's on Instagram's Clark and L. And she so generously messaged me and got my address and sent us this. I wish it was to me. I really, really want to keep it. And this is like a brand new colorway that she hadn't even listed at the time she sent me this. It's called Rise and Shine. And look at it.
Oh, yeah, that blue.
Look.
Oh, and that right there.
Right? There's all these little, like it's not rainbowy, but it almost is, you know, because there's no red or anything, but it's,
Right.
it's not just, and then over here there's like this subtle teal that just makes my heart sing. And that green and that purple, oh my gosh, it's so pretty. And then these two really generous minis. Like this is a nice, I want it. I want it and it hurts. And I'm being honest and trustworthy, but I'd like to not be. I would like to not tell anyone that I got this and keep it.
I can cut it out.
Oh, I already told you though.
That's true.
I can't. I can't.
Okay, you keep that. I'll keep the twisted owl.
It's really hard. No, but I'm so excited to be exposed to new people like the Modern Skein, and even though it's Abby who I already know and love,
Right.
I'm very excited to go down to the Modern Skein. And they also generously gave us
A discount
code for Camp Wool Slayer guests only.
Yep.
Thank you so much. And so, and thank you so much to Clark and Elle, to Jen. Oh, right.
That's great.
I might be visiting her shop. She is.
What's the content?
80% superwash merino, 20% nylon. It's 400 yards in the big one, and this is two 20-gram minis, which are 80 yards apiece. So
wow, that's a lot.
You could make a big O shawl or some adorable socks.
Yep.
Think of how cute with like a little yellow heel and a teal toe. Ooh, but it would also be cool for like one of those Vera shawl, you know, or a hohi, like Party on My Needles or something that where you could have the little contrasties.
Yep.
Oh, thank you so much. Her shop, she's Instagram, Clark and Elle, and Facebook, Clark and Elle, Etsy, Clark and Elle, and all of this will be linked in the show notes. But in case you're lazy and don't look at show notes like me, even though I create show notes, I never look at other people's show notes.
I always use the show notes.
I never, ever.
I love links.
Well,
I love just clicking.
You should be making our show notes because I'm like, this is a waste of time.
I don't want to make them.
Well, it's like I don't even use these. There you go. If you're lazy like me and just search on Etsy, there you go. Even though Etsy is like the worst. Oh, and she also sent us Mentos. So whoever gets this will get 3 Mentos. Thanks again.
Okay.
All right. Who else do you have?
Are we sure we're going to show that? Or will we show it after for the swag bag?
Okay, but remember, nobody's going to see this until after camp.
I know. But would we show that with the whole swag bag?
Let's show it.
Okay. Okay.
We showed the stitch markers, and they're going to be goodie bag.
Okay. Are you going to do that? Or do that?
Oh, yeah, we'll do that.
Okay.
So, friend of the show, Diane Suburban Stitcher. Also, I should have taken these out too. Also gave us 2 prizes.
They're actually showing up okay.
Good. This is Sweet Adeline in single sock, 100% superwash merino, 400 yards. So pretty.
So pretty.
That's one of my favorite colors of hers, and I don't own that color. So that's going to be a prize. She also gave us, I'm trying to be quiet, Sage, which is also on her single sock base, 100% superwash merino, 400 yards. Sage, it's so pretty. So pretty.
And her single socks really do show color so well.
Yeah. And again, like, I'm just like, I want to keep all of this.
I know.
But I'm not going to.
Okay, so the next thing
is also Diane.
I'm like all the clumped.
I know. She's the best. Well, everybody's the best, but
I'm getting chills that I can't believe this has even happened in our lives.
I know. She's so awesome.
It's so amazing.
This is a big deal for us because, you know, we're just like,
so
somebody watches our little podcast, you know, whatever.
Diane, Suburban Stitcher, Dyer, phenomenal Dyer.
Extraordinaire.
Dyer extraordinaire.
And our friend.
A Camp Wool Slayers colorway.
What?
Look,
y'all, it's me and Alan. Me and Alan in yarn.
Can you believe this?
So cool.
I mean, I just can't believe it.
I will never knit it.
I won't either, because I don't ever want to lose this that says Camp Full
It's gonna petrify in my stash because I'm just gonna be like, but it's special.
It is. Yeah. It's so special.
Look at how pretty. It's like also really pretty. You know, like she rocked it out of the park. And this will never be dyed again.
Yep.
This is exclusive. Never gonna be dyed again. Alan and I both got full skeins. Sorry, but everyone who goes.
It's a mini.
Everyone got a mini in their goodie bag.
Isn't that so?
It's so cute.
Cute.
And it's called Camp Full Slayer.
You always fold it up so nicely.
Well, minis are harder. I can do the bigger skeins better.
Oh yeah, see? You got it right there.
But it's a full skein and you have a little tiny mini. It's different.
There we go. I mean, I can't get over it.
I know. Thank you so much, Diane.
I can't believe it.
And is that the last one?
Yeah.
Okay, because this goes into my wool gathering.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I don't have one.
Okay. Okay. Well, I have kind of like a double one.
Okay.
So that works out well. So Diane is amazing, and she's only been on Etsy. Mm-hmm. And she decided, my wool gathering is to put yourself out there. Ask for what you want, make it happen. If it's something that only you can do, make it happen. Put yourself out there and see what happens. She is moving off of Etsy and is going to be suburbanstitcher.com.
And she is, as of today.
Yep.
Like she's done it.
Yep. It's launched. She is a full, just her own website now. And how exciting is that for her?
That is so exciting.
You deserve it, Diane, and it will be fine. Nobody's going to judge you.
Nope. It's going to be great.
I'm excited for you. If you can create this kind of beauty out of literally whole cloth, like nothing. You had nothing.
Right.
And you made that, you're fine. You're going to be fine. And we love you. So,
so happy for you.
So incredibly happy for you.
Yeah.
Everybody go to suburbanstitcher.com and show her some love because she deserves it. Which flows into my second half of my wool gathering. Okay. And I'm going to put myself out there and say, tell a friend about the show. Because we are getting really close to a number that would make me very happy.
Milestone.
It means nothing except just like a check mark. And I like check marks. And so tell a friend. If you like our show, tell a friend. Because that's how it works. So you can hit the share button here on YouTube and post it to your Facebook or whatever, or you can just, anytime a post comes up about what podcast do you like, maybe throw out our name. Yeah, that's all I'm asking. If you don't like us, why are you here? Bye. But if you like us, that's all you have to do. It's free, doesn't cost you anything, doesn't cost us anything, and it's just, it's sharing the love, spreading the love. So, there you go. That's my version. I'm not going to sell anything.
I know,
so that's my version of putting myself out there. Because I'm not cool like Diane.
I'm not talented like she is.
So that's it. Put yourself out there. Ask for, and it also goes, we feel very uncomfortable asking for things, and we've had to really get over it and ask for donations for Camp Full Slayers, and look at what we received.
Yeah, the generosity.
From a simple one post.
Right. Or like I started reaching out, like I reached out to
Well, that's true. You did.
And people responded
and were super nice
and, it was like,
very supportive.
Yeah.
That's all you have to do. And what's the worst that could happen? They could say no thanks.
Right. And I procrastinated, and then I finally was like, oh, just do it.
And then it was just like a flood of goodness, and it's like, why were we so scared or procrastinating on it?
Right.
The worst they can say is no. And we will.
And that's okay too.
That's totally fine. Yeah. I'm still going to go to their shops and, whatever. Right. Just put yourself out there.
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah.
Is that all we have for now?
I think that's it. Oh my gosh. You guys stay tuned for the Camp Full Slayers footage and pictures. Oh. Yeah. I'm just going to preemptively say we had a blast.
Right.
I don't see the future.
How could we not have a blast?
Seriously.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So thank you for joining us. We love you. Don't forget to put yourselves out there. Don't forget to slay.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Okay, we're recording.
Oh.
You know.
Hi. Anyway, I feel like we've literally been talking for an hour.
We have been talking for an hour.
I gotta put my foot down because I'm shaking it.
But it was about,
It was fun stuff. Yeah. Look, okay, so in real life, my shirt is a brilliant neon.
It is, but look how pale pink it
neon
looks.
pink.
It's
and on
coral
on
and
camera,
bright.
it's womp womp.
I feel like my blue looks like the right color.
Yeah, it does. Sorry, y'all have to miss out on the neon goodness.
I know.
Whatever, it's fine. Okay.
How do we do it again? Hi, I'm Sal, and I'm
Okay, I got it. Okay. Hi, I'm. Nope, I don't got it. I told you I can't. My brain is not working.
I am Sally, and I'm Ellen. We don't say Sal now. Okay.
This is true. Okay. Does your little dog want to go out?
No.
Okay.
Bella.
Sorry. Son of a biscuit. It's never gonna happen.
Bella, get over here.
Bella, come here.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, wait, watch this. Sit, Bella, sit. Sit, Bella. No.
She's too scared.
She usually rolls over, like plays dead and lets you pick her up.
It's opposite day.
Bella, sit, 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 sit.
Come here. So sweet. Come here, you. Come here. We should start it with her at least.
We should.
My kids will love this.
I know, right?
They'll be so
They'll be
jealous.
like, why can't we see Bella?
Yeah.
Oh, here, let me do. Oh, wait, that's the other thing. I need to make it smaller.
Oh, yeah. I still really like that.
Okay, now we can do it.
So I chose a single cut.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Cut. A lot. Do you want to go get her?
Yeah.
Okay.
Tough girl.
Oh, yeah, you weigh what, 7 pounds? You're fine. Like,
Tough girl.
nobody's scared of you.
Toughies.
And then she just trots away.